Hello and welcome to jasonnewland.com. My name is Jason Newland. My name is Jason Newland. Please only listen when you can safely close your eyes. And this is Trivia Tuesday. I need some sound effects. I really do. So, it's Let Me Bore You to Sleep, number blimey. Let me have a look. I'm interested for some reason. What number Let Me Bore You to Sleep is this? I've been doing for quite a while now. Quite a while. It's number 1329. 1300. Wow. When I did the first one, I wasn't even, well, to be fair, I wasn't even sure if I was going to upload it, because I did the first one. I thought, I wasn't sure. You know, to be fair, if you listen to the first one, it is more hypnosis than anything else. It's a relaxation session with a bit of chat, a little bit of chat. And then, as it progressed, I'm using that word very, very generously, as it progressed, it became something else. And as time went by, I won't use the word progressed again, apart from just then. As time went by, it seemed to have evolved again. That's a generous word, into a more structured, not the actual recording, but as far as doing certain days, certain subjects or certain types of recordings. So I've got the Monday's boring objects, I got Tuesday trivia, or Trivia Tuesday, Whisper Wednesday, which will be tomorrow. By the way, it's the 15th of April 2025. I don't have a set one on Thursday, but I've got Q&A Friday, Saturday summary, which is where I just talk about what's gone on during the week, and Sunday papers. So yeah, Thursday's the only one I don't really have. I did do a healing Thursday, but I like to think that everything I do is potentially quite useful from that perspective. Because when you relax, Vinny's licking my hand, how lovely. If only it was for any other reason other than wanting something. Wouldn't it be nice? If he was being affectionate, but I know it's not the reason. He's basically thinking, well, if he does that, you get my attention, because he doesn't really like me talking into the microphone. And then I'll go into the kitchen and get him something. But I don't really have anything to get him. Shall I tell you why? Amazon has not delivered either of my things yet. Now, I don't know what date I ordered the first one. Let's have a look. Amazon orders. Let's go to orders. Orders. Really? Why aren't orders coming up? Okay, I've got buy again. Oh, your orders. Blimey. So I ordered, right? Good Boy mini rawhide knotted bones, and order received. We will email you when we have an estimated delivery date. I ordered that on hasn't even got the time when I ordered it. That's weird. You think it would have, wouldn't you? Huh. But then I ordered some food, some dry food, probably about two days ago, arriving the 6th of May. What is going on with this? I don't want it 6th of May. That's like nearly a month away. I'm just having a little moan. Don't worry. When is it saying when I ordered it? Change this order. Track this. It's not even letting me know when I ordered it on the 3rd of April. Those are the bone things. 3rd of April. It's now the 15th. That's a long time, isn't it? And I got the other one. I ordered it on, and these are the dog food, 11th of April, so that's 4 days. These are next day delivery things, by the way. So what I'm going to do is, I think I'm just going to have to cancel the order, because they're clearly not delivering. So there you go, cancel selected items. So that's been cancelled, and I'll cancel the other one. That's just absolutely ridiculous. Change this order. Cancel items. I mean, it's like, what? That's about 20, no, one was £8.26 for the dry food, and £8.26. Yeah, free delivery. Unless it said May on there when I bought it, when I purchased it, but I don't remember that being the case. I mean, maybe I looked at it, it said 10th of May. I thought 10th, I was April. I was going to take a few more days. I wasn't bothered. You know, generally, I'm not too fussed if it's not next day delivery. You know, that's just a perk. I'm not that bothered. As long as the item gets delivered, there's a bit of an accent there, wasn't there? As long as the item gets to me, that's all it really matters. I like it to be intact and not damaged, and yeah, blimey. I didn't know I had a... What kind of accent is that? That's kind of Somerville? Somerville? I don't know. It's a lovely part of the country anyway. So, it's Trivia Tuesday. I'm going to focus on Big Brother. Bum, 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 bum. Now, Big Brother gets a little bit of flack on TV, like on, not TV, but on like the internet, and people being negative about it. And this is how I view it, is we can all like what we like. You know, it's as simple as that. There's a lot of things I don't watch anymore. I hardly watch any television. I keep track of the news. I do watch a little bit of like Frasier or the Cheers if it's on early in the morning while I'm having my breakfast. Other than that, the only other thing I really watch on television, maybe parliamentary things, you know, would be, yeah, pretty much Big Brother. Throughout the whole year, I don't really watch hardly any television. As I said, other than early morning, I might watch if there's an American show on, because I just can't. I never get bored with Cheers or Frasier. I just love them. But I find it amazing that some people have to go the opposite way. Like, oh, why are you watching that? But what's wrong with watching something that I like watching? Isn't that kind of the point? You know, back in the old days, I used to watch absolutely everything. I just sit and watch TV regardless of what was on. And I didn't have a remote control, so I couldn't be bothered to get up and turn it over. I just watched whatever the heck was on. I don't do that anymore. I've evolved. Maybe. So I like Big Brother. So this isn't for people that like Big Brother. This is just a trivia Tuesday. Even if even if you've never watched Big Brother on TV, you know, this is not for fans of Big Brother. This is just, I just happen to be a fan of the TV show and have been since it started in 2000. And for me, part of it is just the dynamics, the personality dynamics. I'm just interested. It fascinates me. The way people act and the way people are with each other, and the way people, how different they are with different people. And this one on at the moment is Celebrity Big Brother. So that's has a different fascination for me, because some of the people are in there that I've watched on my television screen for decades. There's quite a few people I've never heard of before. And they're sort of more younger, I guess, internet, Love Island, TikTok stars or whatever, I'm not sure. But I've got to know them a little bit as I've been on the show, because it's only been on for a week. Was it launched? Yeah, a week ago, last Monday. But you know what? It's something fascinating to me, because you got Bianca from EastEnders, you got David Platts from Coronation Street, and you got Trisha from the Trisha Show, Trisha Goddard. That's three people that I've been seeing on television for the last, blimey, 20 odd years, 20, 30 years. David Platt's been playing David Platt. His name is Jack something, but he's for 20 years. So both him and Bianca have been on their particular TV soaps since they were kids, since they were teenagers, pretty much. They've grown up on TV, and it fascinates me, because I've never watched any reality shows where they've been in them. I know that Patsy Bianca's done. Well, her name is actually Julie. Her real name's Julie, but they have done. She's done reality shows before, but I've never seen her in any of those, because I don't. Again, I'm not going to like poo all over them. Like, oh, I don't watch celebrity dancing. I don't watch the cooking shows. I just don't watch them. It's simple as that. I watch what I want to watch, and that is a benefit of living on my own. Is I get to choose what goes on the television. But I don't think that's necessarily a reason to live on your own, just so you can watch what you want on television. It's a benefit, but you know, I don't know if it's an overall winner in life. I don't know. I mean, I think if I was in a relationship, living with someone, and I've never ever lived with a woman ever in my life. I've lived in houses, multiple houses that had women in them, like who had their own rooms. I've shared like rooms and like, you know, studio apartments and a flat with other people that I was friends with or got to know. I've shared a house with someone, a couple of friends that I knew from work, but I've never lived with a woman, like in a relationship. I nearly did once. I did. I remember I found a place. I found a really lovely flat, and it was just, with both of our wages, I figured out it would be doable, you know, without being like put too much pressure on. Would still be able to maybe have a good social, get out, you know, at least once a week, twice a week, and have a decent lifestyle. And as maybe our money went up with our careers, it would, you know, we'd end up maybe getting a mortgage and stuff like that. But she said no, she didn't want to move in with me. In fact, she didn't even want to date me. She said no, she had a boyfriend. But other than that, I think it would have worked out. Yeah. I think sometimes it's probably best to find out the lay of the land before you rent a flat. But I mean, I only had a year contract on it, so it was fine. It was quite hard to pay for it just for myself, though. And also, telling her about it probably didn't help. I think she felt a bit uneasy. And it's not a good convincer. If you ask someone out, you know, for a date, and they say no, I mean, that's kind of it. But trying to kind of talk them around by saying, well, I've rented a flat for us to live in. It's weird. You might think that'd be a really positive thing to say. But it didn't quite work out that way. Oh dear. Oh, blimey, I don't know, I'll make some rubbish up, don't I? No, I've never... I remember I was sitting... probably about 1998, I think it was. Maybe 99, 98, 99. And it was an after party from the comedy club. And we was somewhere else. Or was we somewhere else? Maybe we were upstairs. Oh, maybe it was in the other bar. But anyway, I'm sitting there talking to one of the doormen, and he's telling me, like, you got to live with someone. You don't know what it's like until you've done it. And because, you know, I was, 27, 28 at that time, and he was a little bit older, probably about early 30s. And he said, not you got to, but give it a go, you know, you probably love it. It's something, you know, because he'd never done it before, and then when he did do it, even though it didn't work out, it's like, he said, you grow as a person. It's an amazing experience. So I thought about it, and then it's quite strange because I forgot all about that conversation till right now. So maybe I should think about it. Yeah. It's almost like that conversation just went and hid from my mind for 25 years. So Big Brother, I'll just let you know, website's jasonnewland.com. If you got any questions for Q&A Friday, please go on there and just post a question. There's a little form to fill in. And also, I've got a Facebook group called Jason Newland's Boring Group. Is this the longest introduction in the history of this recording? Maybe. Vinny, stop making so much noise. So I'm going to not have to, but I'm going to need to go to the pet shop and get him some stuff that I've just cancelled, which is a little bit annoying. Okay. So Sebastian's commented on one of my images, unpredictable gas. That was Let Me Bore You to Sleep, 1324, 10th of April. He's posted a picture of a man that I think is supposed to be me. I mean, Lawrence does look a lot like a younger you, doesn't he now? I don't know who Lawrence is, but rude, very rude. I don't know what I've done to deserve having him be so rude to me. So let me have a look. Hillary posted, a massive thank you for the Trivia Tuesday menopause. Had to listen 5 times and still not sure I got to hear it all. Yep, kept falling asleep. Also, the frozen shoulder episode was great, but again was asleep 10 minutes in. You rock at what you do. Thank you, Hilary. I should comment, actually. Thank you, Hilary. I keep spelling her name with 2 L's for some reason. That's it, done it properly this time. So that was lovely. I always love to hear some nice comments. Alright, so I've done a few recordings. I've done another Let Me Bore Your Pain Away earlier, so you might want to check that out. It's not really that different from these ones. It's just, it's a bit more focused on helping people with chronic pain. But it's very much in the same vibe as the Let Me Bore You to Sleep. Okay, my YouTube channel is Jason Newland, and I now upload all my recordings, all 6 versions of each recording that I do. I've lost a few subscribers doing that. I knew that would happen, but I think over time, maybe people will come to appreciate the fact that I'm sharing every new thing that I do on there. So it's just another place where you can listen to me, as well as being on the podcast apps that you listen to me, and as well as on my website, jasonnewland.com. It's just another place, and that's it. I'm a little bit behind on it, but so far it's just because I guess I'm making too many recordings at the moment for YouTube to keep up. Ooh, so I've got Sunday's papers. No Music 10 Hours is being published on YouTube. So yes, it is. There's 1, 2, 3, and this will be the 4th. So yeah, I'm probably like a day behind. But then, if I start having some time off, or I go through a little period where I don't make any recordings for a little while, it will catch up with itself. So I'm okay with that. And once people realise that my YouTube channel is now pretty much a podcast, it might gain a bit of traction. It might not. I don't know. But it's just, I think it's a nice place because it's synced with my podcast. As like the RSS feed from the podcast is synced with my YouTube channel, which means, if you want to listen to the 10 hours with music, 10 hours without music, 5 hours without music, or just the one on its own, it's up to you. It's all on there, man. And that, I do believe, is everything. A couple of things before I go on about Big Brother. Oh, there was something that happened today, but I forget what it is. Something happened earlier. See, that's why I need a dictation thing, that recorder thing, digital recorder. I need one of those. But I'm scared to order anything from Amazon now because they just don't seem to be delivering stuff. This a little handheld thing, and then I can just... It's not even to remember stuff. Well, it is to remember stuff. That's exactly what it's for. I don't know why I said it's not to remember stuff. But more just, like I saw the birds chasing each other yesterday and Vinny doing something really funny. That's this kind of stuff that I want to just talk into it and just remind myself. And then I can, when I do my recording, do the Let Me Bore You to Sleep, I can just recall what's happened during the day. Or when I do the Saturday summary, I can kind of recall. Because, sometimes I get to Saturday and I can't remember anything that's happened during the week. I mean, I know that I've been making recordings, and I've been editing recordings, and I've been doing all that stuff, all the processing, but I don't remember anything I've talked about. And you know, as soon as I've said something, it's out of my memory. It's gone. I don't mean a memory's gone out of my memory. So, what do you mean? So, like talking about the birds chasing each other yesterday. I've talked about it. It's not out of my memory. I remember it happening. But once I've talked about it, I don't remember what I've talked about. Although I just talked about how I remember talking about the birds chasing each other yesterday. So I kind of do remember sometimes what I've talked about. I'm contradicting myself. So that's it. Let's get on with the trivia. So I've asked ChatGPT just to find me. This is the question I put in. Please find me 100 trivia facts about TV show Big Brother from around the world. So that's what it's done. And it said, certainly here are 100 trivia facts about the TV show Big Brother from around the world, focusing on humorous and quirky moments. I asked for around the world because I've not seen any of the other TV versions. Oh, ice cream. Ice cream! I remember when I used to get excited at the ice cream van. That was last month. So the Dutch Big Brother, yeah. So I've actually gone on YouTube and started to look at some of the old, like, worldwide Big Brothers, and a lot of them got something in common. They're speaking, I don't know what it is, but there's something, the way they're talking, I just can't really grasp what they're saying. I don't know if they're just talking really fast, or it's somehow distorted. I just can't seem to grasp the words and the sentences. And so, yeah, it's different languages. I mean, there are subtitles, but I'm not as bad as I used to be with subtitles. You know, my attitude when I was younger was, I don't want to watch a movie and read a book at the same time. But you know, there's some just amazing movies that have got subtitles. But on YouTube, not so much. I don't really want to be bothered. But there was one. It was the Indian Big Brother, and there was this argument, and half of the time they were speaking in English, and half the time they weren't, or even half the sentences were English and then they weren't. It's like, I don't know what's going on here. But I'd seen it before. It was quite funny, and the way that it was laid out with the subtitles was a different way of speaking, like using words that we would not use here. Like, just generally, a very different format, very different sentence structures. And I found that quite interesting. So, outrageous moments and scandals. Ooh. So, if I see anything that's a bit, you know, a little bit, you know, bit... I'm not going to talk about anything that's horrible. It's not what I'm here for. So, if I see anything, I will kind of just gloss over it. So, in the Dutch Big Brother, and then when I've done this, I will go through some of my memories of Big Brother from the UK. So, in the Dutch Big Brother, a contestant gave birth inside the house, making it the first reality TV birth. I watched that yesterday on YouTube, and I couldn't believe it. I thought, is this real? Is this real? I mean, you don't see her giving birth. They're not allowed to show that on TV. And they wouldn't show that on YouTube unless it was educational. Because you can get educational videos on YouTube where it's got graphic stuff, but if it's for educational reasons, okay. So there's a lot of lactation tutorial videos, apparently. Germany's Big Brother Germany's Big Brother faced criticism for delaying information. No, Germany's Big Brother. I'm going to make this writing a little bit bigger because I can't see it. Germany's Big Brother faced criticism for delaying informing housemates. Wow. So during, I'm not going to say the word, but during 2000 and 2020 and 2021, that period where the world was all kind of in sync a little bit, or out of sync, apparently Germany's Big Brother didn't tell the contestants, or it was delayed, keeping them unaware while the world was, well, very different outside. I thought that it was all stopped, that it would just be everyone was like sent home. I thought that's what would have happened, but in Portugal, excessive televised naughty activity on Big Brother led to public outcry and debates about broadcasting standards. Right, Portugal. But what year? Why are they teasing me with that? What year? So it's in Portugal. Sometimes I will watch subtitles. What? It's got to be on YouTube. Where? What year was it? Blimey. I'm not going to find it on YouTube, but just for journalistic reasons, because I feel like I'm a journalist when I do stuff like this. I'm a very, very tired journalist later. Australia's version had a notorious incident known as the turkey slap, where 2 male contestants were removed for inappropriate behaviour. I've got no idea what that was. This is all from the Scottish Sun. What is the Scottish Sun? I'm guessing it's a newspaper in Scotland. The Sun. Is it a proper newspaper, or is it like a jokey newspaper? When I say jokey, I mean like the Star or the Sun in this country. Like, or the Sport, the Daily Sport, if that's still a thing. The Daily Sport, right, used to be, it was filled with humour, absolutely absurd stories, a bit like the National Enquirer, but every day. I mean, it started off the Sunday Sport, and it was like a weekly paper, and it had, I mean, it had so many naked people or semi-naked people in it that they actually used to have on the front cover, they'd have a nipple count. It's totally true. Absolutely true. I'm not even like, what? So I used to read it, but it was funny because it was always like things. Hitler's moustache was found on the moon and things like that, which I believed. What is a turkey slap? I've got no idea. Did they literally hit each other with turkeys? I got no information about this. In Italy, a mafia member participated in Grand Fratello, raising eyebrows about contestants' vetting. Now, I think they should say, I don't think they should be so like definite about that, like, you know, maybe Now, I'm sure it wasn't, and I'm sure whoever you are that was on there, you're a good bloke, and good luck to you. A US season revealed. So the United States have Big Brother? I didn't know that. Oh no, AUS. AUS. So there's Big Brother in... Why don't they show that in this country then? Because really, Big Brother, there's only a few countries in the whole world where Big Brother could be shown here, where there's kind of, well, I'm guessing English-speaking countries like America, Canada, well, parts of Canada, Australia, New Zealand, maybe South Africa, and that's kind of it, isn't it? There's 5 countries where there's a good chance all the contestants can speak English, or not can, but do like naturally speak English. So why would they not put that on the TV for this country to watch? Because they do this stuff with, because well, I said we, but this country, we started the Dragon's Den, and America copied it with the Shark Tank, like a bigger version, basically, and they show that in this country now as well. Right, France's Big Brother faced protests after airing naughty content, leading to discussions about censorship. But what year was it? Just give me some information. Brazil's Big Brother featured an endurance challenge lasting almost 43 hours, testing contestants' limits. Wow. In the US, Dr. Will Kirby, I don't know who that is, spent 82 days in the house without winning a single competition, yet became a fan favourite. Okay. I'm just wondering if it's exactly the same format as the one in the UK, because there's competitions, but it doesn't really make too much difference to the contestants staying in the house. I mean, the most they normally, well, sometimes they'll lose food for the house and stuff. The UK's Ultimate Big Brother had housemates wear oversized papier-mâché heads of themselves for a task. I don't remember that. Do I remember that? I'm not sure. In the US, the Zingbot 9000, a robot delivering humorous insults, became a recurring character since 2010. Again, that's cool. I didn't know that. I've got no idea what that is. A UK season had a task where housemates had to ignore a clown in the diary room while nominating. Yeah, there was some, I watched this thing the other day, and it was so surreal. So there was this contestant called Bear, and it was celebrity, because I think he was like a Love Island contestant or Love Island winner, something like that. And I did dip my toe into Love Island, and it is compulsive TV, those shows. I can understand why people watch them. It is fascinating television. I watched the one, I think it was not Naked and Afraid, but this one was actually dating, a bit like Love Island, but they were all naked. And I watched it all the way through. And it was just fascinating on various levels. It was just, what is weird is they'd have arguments, and the men would like square up to each other and get into arguments, and it was just so funny to watch because bits would be dangling around and they'd just be hilarious. And how could they take themselves seriously like that? It reminds me, blimey, years, I'm talking like 1999, there was an art gallery. In my friend had an art gallery above the club, and I went and had a look at one of the exhibitions because he had the art gallery and they had different artists. On this occasion there were quite small paintings, but I went and had a look at them, and there was one particular picture that I really see. I'm not really an art person generally. I think I'm a little bit shallow, not deep enough maybe to appreciate art. But on this, maybe verbal art, maybe. And I do like beautiful things. I do appreciate a beautiful shape and whatever. But this really stood out to me. And I have been to all the main, the London art galleries when I lived in London. I visited them and they are amazing. I mean, some of those pictures, huge, absolutely huge. And how do you even know? You have to keep walking about 100 miles away just to see whether or not it looks good, because close up it doesn't. You have to stand back to actually see what it is. Maybe I could do a TV show about art. It sounds like I know what I'm talking about. No, it doesn't. Right. There was this picture, and it was like an old picture of, well, it's a picture of a battle, and all these two armies fighting each other, and they're on horses. Some of them were on foot on horses, and it was a not very nice scene. But they were all naked, and it wasn't funny. I mean, okay, I saw, was it Willy? Okay, I laughed a little bit on the first 3 or 4 Willies. I laughed, but after half an hour of laughing, I kind of settled down, and because I was a little bit immature back then. I was only early 30s, but it hit me. It's like, you know what? It's just ridiculous when you take away the clothes and all the armour, and we're all vulnerable, physically, and just one person's got more muscles than the other person and whatever. But actually, there's not a lot of difference between humans physically, really. I mean, generally, if you break it down. And they just looked stupid. They looked absolutely ridiculous, fighting on horses and all that stuff. And it was a little bit like that with Love Island, when they were just naked arguing. It was just funny to watch. But Bear, as his name is actually, which was the same name as what Vinny used to have. His original name was Bear, probably named after that character, that celebrity. He won Big Brother. He won Celebrity Big Brother in the end. Anyway, there was a point in it, so he goes in and he basically finds love, is that the right word, with another contestant. So a female in there, they both kind of hook up, and everything's nice. And then they do this, it's like a game where whenever they play music, but whenever they stopped the music, everybody had to just stop. It's like an old game that they do. I think, it's just like kids play. And everyone had to just stay completely still. and they sent in the mother of... No, they didn't. I forget, that's a different one. No, they sent in Bear's girlfriend to come and talk to him. Now, the thing is, all the contestants were walking around with these meringues on their head, or bits of cheese, and they had to not drop them. Okay? So, his girlfriend comes in. No one knew that he had a girlfriend. And she's like really, you know, having a go at him, crying and stuff, which is, yeah, what would happen, I guess. They're all standing around with these cheeses on their head, and so is he. And none of them can move. And she's there all getting emotional, and like, it was so surreal. It was almost like just weird, a very weird moment. And there was another one where it was Lee from... Oh, what was TV? He was in a band. Lee Ryan, I think his name is. And he was in Celebrity Big Brother. And there's a bit where they kind of did the same thing. But it was a different... I don't know if it was the same series or a different series. And one of the... And he's with a female. He's got together with one of the females in there. And they're kind of an item in the Big Brother house. Right, neighbours started music, very loud, very bassy. So when I listen back to it, if it's too loud, I will just do the versions without music. Even though, no, I won't even do that, I'll just do one version. Because, or maybe I'll just do the versions without music. Because I can hear it, it's very loud, but I don't know how much the microphone's picking up, to be honest. It's happened a couple of weeks back, and in the end I was able to do all the recordings. It wasn't actually too bad, but I'm just warning you now, just in case. Warning, that's a bit of a strong word. Oh yeah, anyway, so the lady's mum comes in and said, "Don't trust Lee. Don't trust him. He's doing this and he's doing that. Don't trust him. He's whatever." Really, because you've been watching it on TV. He's saying one thing to you and saying something else to everyone else. And she's there for about 10 minutes, really going on. Then she leaves, and everyone's allowed to move again. The first thing is, Lee walks up to her and says, "Oh, your mum don't seem to like me very much, does she?" It's like, wow. God, that's so loud downstairs. It's vibrating the whole flat. If it was all the time, I would. Yeah, I'm not going to say, I'm not going to finish that sentence. So, in Celebrity Big Brother UK, a task involved housemates being sprayed with substances like fish guts for incorrect karaoke lyrics. I don't remember that. Oh, I think I do. And then there's a UK season featuring a Tree of Temptation that gave secret tasks like pouring sand on another's bed. I mean, to be fair, I've seen that anyway, where people pour water on each other's beds when there wasn't even a secret task. In Celebrity Big Brother UK, Davina McCall entered the house in a chicken costume as part of a task. Yeah, I think I recall that. That was Davina was the face of Big Brother for ages and ages. A long time. So a UK season had housemates create blindfolded clay busts of Lionel Richie, judged by a lookalike. That's brilliant. I think I remember that. You remember the video, like, "Hello, is it me you're looking for?" So in in Celebrity Big Brother UK, housemates would chain together for nearly 7 hours as a task. Yeah, I think I recall that vaguely. The thing is, I can't remember much about last year's contestants. It's weird. It's true. It's like they were on they got like a late and live show after the Big Brother main show, and they show it live, and they had housemates from last year, and oh, I remember them. It's weird. A UK season featured a fake award show where the housemates had to convince one member it was real. In Celebrity Big Brother UK, a task required housemates to dress as farm animals and make corresponding noises. Sounds about right. It was talking about UK for some reason. A UK season had a hunk off contest judged by female housemates with rounds including swimwear and talent. Probably wouldn't do that these days. It would be with all the I don't know how to explain it because I don't like using the word woke, but Big Brother's gone in a certain direction. It doesn't stop me watching it because I still enjoy watching it, but it's definitely a I think they've forgotten their core audience because they didn't have an agenda. When they first put Big Brother on in this country, it was for everyone to watch. And it still is for everyone to watch, but they didn't cater to any particular audience. And over the last few years, they seem to be more catered to I don't know, just a different kind of audience. They very much seem to be aimed at younger people as well. So maybe the statistics is that younger people watch Big Brother. But I'm not quite elderly, but I do watch it. And I know anyone that I know that watches it is all kind of my kind of age. Yeah, Vinny just started barking. And that's what we need, more noise. Yeah, thanks. Went to the door, no one was there. And like, we need to come back inside the living room and you need to just stop barking. Yes, I think it caters for a younger audience now. Maybe it always did. Maybe I've just got older, which is fine. But it's not that I don't want the contestants to all be older, and you know, not all the contestants are young either. So, but there just seems to be a bit of a divide when it comes to the different age groups, a little bit. I think it dawned on me, I think once, this is a few years back, and a contestant, one of the audience members made a joke about the contestant's hair, said he looks like he's got a Lego hair, and he really did. The contestant looked like he had Lego hair, and it was very funny to say that. I mean, I hadn't thought of it. I knew that it was funny hair, and it was a hairstyle. There wasn't nothing wrong with his hair. He just chose to have his hair like that. And he was like a playboy or some kind of like millionaire playboy. So, you know, it was funny, but the host straight away, we don't make fun of people's appearances here. Okay. And I'm just, Mickey Rourke got kicked out for something that he wouldn't have got kicked out for 5 years ago or 10 years ago. I mean, there's been like, they had a woman in there called Helen in the UK Big Brother, and she was like, the stuff she was saying was awful, like really bad, like really as bad as you can get as far as horribleness. Yeah, it's bad. It's like there's nothing worse than what she was saying. And trust me, I know. I've dabbled with the horrible stuff in the past when I was younger. I know that was never got kicked out. I'm not even sure she ever even got a warning. She won Big Brother, and I think she won the celebrity version. She went back in as a celebrity. I think she might have won that one as well. No, she didn't. Did she? I don't remember. But she was in both. But she won the first one she was in. What Mickey Rourke did, because he squared up to someone who stared at him. You know, one of the lads, the young lad, because they were doing this, basically they lined all the contestants up. And if I'm spoiling it for you, sorry, but this happened a couple of days ago. They lined all the contestants up and said, one of the Big Brothers has been cheating or something like that. And you've got to figure out who it is. And they were all, I think they were dressed as pirates. And someone said, "Oh, there's a pirate. There's a rat on the ship," or something like that. And one of the young lads, I say young, he's probably nearly 30, but he stepped out of the line and stared at Mickey Rourke. Bearing in mind he's bigger than Mickey Rourke and he's a young, strong man. And he stared right at him, but he did it for a good 10, 15 seconds. But it didn't look friendly. He looked like he was really yeah. It's a weird kind of thing. And then he stepped back into the line. And Mickey Rourke, said, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" And he kind of started having a go at him, verbally, but not even horribly. It's "Yeah, you wanna go? You want some? You want some? Hold me back, Ricky. Hold me back." And he apologised afterwards, but he didn't realise that the other contestant was just being funny or just have a laugh as a joke. I mean, in reality, if he did that in a public place, if he went to a bar and he did that, walked up to someone at a bar and just stared at them in the face like that, it's not going to end well for someone. But because he's in a celebrity big house, it's for some reason it was okay to do that. And Mickey got in trouble. Mickey Rourke got kicked out. He didn't put his hands on him, but he said that he would, whatever, but he didn't actually do anything. There's been so many occasions in the past which were 100 times worse than that, where no one got in trouble. So I don't quite know where they're going with the show. It's definitely kind of double standards. That I'm thinking that they maybe had in his contract to only go in for 3 days. And they knew that maybe he was just to be a little bit rude and be a bit controversial, knowing that he'd get nominated out. But because he didn't get nominated out, he got nominated, but he didn't get kicked out by the public. And he was out the next day or later that evening. I think it was the next day. So maybe that's what it was. They had that all kind of sorted out beforehand. I'm not sure. But it seemed a bit, if it wasn't, then they really did kind of, I don't know, this didn't go down too well with me, really. I thought it was he's not an old man, but he's not a young man anymore. He's in his 70s, I think. Mickey Rourke. Isn't it really weird? If I put in MIC, Mickey Rourke comes right at the top of the list. So, Mickey Rourke's Celebrity Big Brother salary revealed after the actor's fee was dramatically slashed by 90% following his being kicked out. Really? Wow. How old is he then? That's what that reason. He was born 1952, so he's not old. He's not 70, is he? Oh, he's 72. 72. So he's 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79. He's 7 years younger than my dad. And he's 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72. He's 18 years older than me. Is that 18 years? Yeah, 18 years. I really hope you can't hear that bass music, because it's ruined the recording. If you can, it's not. I don't think it's ruined the recording from the actual recording itself, because a little bit of background sounds fine, but it's hard to add music over it. If you know what I mean. Yeah. I've actually moved out of places because of this before. It doesn't switch me like it used to. It used to really, like in the past I'm talking about, because they're so lovely downstairs, and it's not that often, so I don't really care that much, but it just happens to be while I'm doing a recording. But in the past, oh man, I won't even tell you some of the things. Let's just leave that for another day. What is this? Okay, UK season. They're very focused on UK. A UK season featured a task where housemates had to create a maze using cardboard and then rolling paint to make body art. Okay. In Celebrity Big Brother UK, a task required housemates to impersonate each other for 30 minutes. That was Celebrity Big Brother. So yeah, that would have been funny. Don't even think about it, mate. Don't be barking, okay? Alright? Well, what are you doing with that chocolate wrapper? You're not allowed to eat chocolate, Vinny. In Celebrity Big Brother UK, housemates had to dress up as each other and pretend to be another housemate for 30 minutes. It keeps going down. Isn't that the same as impersonating each other for 30 minutes? Maybe it's the same task. A UK season had a task where housemates had to perform stand-up comedy routines written by their partners. Blimey. All you got to do is hope that the person that you're with your partner is a comedian, which they do have comedians on there sometimes. Okay, number 26. In Celebrity Big Brother UK, a task involved housemates being sprayed with substances like greasy gravy. Right, they're repeating themselves a little bit here. They are. This is completely repeated from what they've already said. So 20. Okay, right. I'll tell you what that is because it stopped. Now to restart it. In Series UK Big Brother Series 20, housemates participate in a kiss cam task, demonstrating their best kiss on a perspex screen. Hallie and Paul won a pamper party for their efforts. I don't remember that. During the same series, so 20 years, that would have been 2020, I guess. 2019, maybe. During the same series, housemates faced their fears in room 101, encountering tasks like retrieving fish guts with... Nope. A task called Clucking Hell had housemates dressed as chickens, while others acted as foxes trying to catch them. In Big Brother UK Series 12, again chickens, but they had to stand in a coop for 9 hours. I think it's one of those tasks where whoever gives up last wins, and some people just like, no, I'm not standing outside in the rain in a chicken coop dressed as a chicken suit for like any longer than they have to, and some people just like don't do it. But then there's always at least 2 or 3 that are really wanting to win. Harry won immunity from eviction. A yes task required housemates to agree to all Big Brother's requests, leading to challenges like wearing tiny briefs, being electrocuted in a shock suit, and eating whole roast chickens. Okay. In a don't scream task, housemates was horror themed parks they were subjected to. There was a wrestling one. The love letter bombs, task involving housemates cutting wires to retrieve letters from loved ones. Cutting the wrong wire resulted in the letter's destruction. Yeah, I kind of remember that. That was harsh. What I never really understood, apart from algebra, is someone's knocking. Blimey, 16th. It's 1:15. Right, so was that when I opened the door, was it? Because I looked out the window, there was someone knocking on my door. Just realised, looked at the ring doorbell. My neighbour was ringing on my doorbell, which is why Vinny was barking. Sorry, Vinny, I shouldn't have been annoyed at you, but I was. So there you go. It was annoying because it's very hard to concentrate on doing a recording and having lots of noise at the same time. It's a little bit overbearing. Well, I was going to look at my phone. Why was I looking at my phone for? I can't remember. And I think it was nominations yesterday. I think it's actually a midweek eviction tonight, but I'm not 100% sure. It's just they were talking last night about an eviction, but it didn't say. I really don't know, but I would like to know. I genuinely would like to know, because I'll watch it. If it's live eviction, I'll watch it. Otherwise, I'll watch it in the morning the next day, because I watch it without the adverts. In Celebrity Big Brother UK Series 9, housemates were tricked into believing they were superstars in Japan. Oh, this is funny. Leading to tasks like dancing in sushi costumes and stuff like that. I mean, it could be true. I mean, there are people, there are celebrities or like bands, singers that are absolutely huge in other countries and hardly known in the UK. Like, they're superstars in like Japan, for example, or Germany, or like another country that for some reason the people of that country have really taken to them. I think I'm a bit like that in China. I've got a large Chinese following, a lot of people in China that like to listen to me. But there's no way of knowing where, because I had some people contact me and tell me. And I don't know, maybe it's a cultural thing. Maybe it's just interesting to hear what it's like over here, what it's like in England and stuff. Perhaps just for someone that would like to one day come here, or I don't know what it is. But they have to use like an internet thing, VPN, in order to get here. They can't listen via, I don't think they can use the actual Chinese internet to listen to me. I think. I might be wrong though. But yeah, hello all my listeners from China and everywhere else as well. Hello. I've got a worldwide audience, believe it or not. I've got at least 3 people from each country listening in a year. A task required housemates to rank each other's food based on looks, intelligence and talent, leading to humorous debates and revelations. In Ultimate Big Brother, housemates recreated past tasks, including a majorette routine to Lady Gaga's Bad Romance, judged by an independent adjudicator. So the Ultimate Big Brother, that was where they got together, well, in the UK, they got together past winners and past really popular contestants from previous years. And that was weird because some of the people that were really popular in previous years got voted out very quickly. In this one, it's like they weren't the same person as they was back then. It was very, very strange. It's strange, but it's interesting. A secret task had a housemate wear a green lycra suit, falsely told it would render them invisible on camera, leading to amusing antics. Oh dear. Housemate, I remember this. Housemates had to perform a duet of Endless Love by Diana Ross. And they had to aim to surpass the original performances online view. Okay. So they all performed, and I think they had to go onto YouTube and see who got the most views. One of the people that did it, I think it was Ulrika Johnson and Mini-Me did it together, and he was so funny in that show. Him and who was in it with him? Who was his best friend in that show? Oh, was it Coolio? I think it was Mini-Me and Coolio. I think they were like best buddies. Mini-Me and Coolio. Mini-Me and Coolio. Yeah, it was Big Brother. They were bestest mates in there. And this is an image. Let's have a look. Was it... Oh, I got this right? Maybe I got it wrong. If I put a Big Brother... Right, okay, let's get it back to normal screen size. Big Brother. Celebrity Big Brother. Videos of Mini-Me and Coolio, Big Brother UK. Austin Powers. What? They had Bobby Brown down to be in Big Brother. He wasn't in Big Brother. This was back in 2008. Bobby Brown was never in Big Brother, was he? I don't think he was. Dude, what? Vern's funniest moments from Austin Powers. Tip to Mini. That's just 2012. A gift. I can't see it. But anyway, I think it was them two. And it was, it was just a really nice friendship. Vernon, wasn't it? Mini-Me. So funny. Just really funny. And, yeah. He sung Endless Love with Ulrika Johnson, and it was a highlight moment of the series. It's a very, very, just really funny. The way it was funny. It was a good performance. I'm going to say the word funny one more time. In the vending machine task, housemates vented frustrations to earn snacks, with the intensity of their rants determining the size of their rewards. I remember that. That's a recent one, that is. A Big Brother So basically, yeah, they had a vending machine, and they'd go out. There'd be no one else around, and they would just go rah, 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 about all the other people. And I think they then showed it to the other people afterwards. Housemates participated in a talent show judged by fake evicted housemates who secretly decided the winners and losers. A task had housemates act as security guards, deciding which intruders connected to them to eject, often choosing between loved ones. I don't remember that. It's just I'm just having a look. Unforgettable moments and twists. So in Big Brother UK Series 12, housemates participated in a Don't Scream task. Right, I've already mentioned that one. And there was a wrestling ring one, letter bomb, done that one. So tricked the superstars. They were tricked into believing those superstars in Japan. So I've already mentioned that one. It's just repeating itself now. Why? Yeah, it's just repeating itself. Oh, I thought there'd be more. It's I just thought there'd be more. So if I like list all celebrities who were kicked out of the Big Brother house. Right, I can think of a couple straight away. There was one lady, and she was, I think she was like kicked out within a really short time of being in there. So Mickey Rourke this year, Jeremy Jackson from Baywatch ejected after where he exposed fellow housemate Chloe Goodman during a drunken episode. Oh, I think he must have pulled a dress down or something like that. Jeremy Jackson, was he the kid? Was he Hasselhoff's kid? David Hasselhoff's another one that was massive in Germany, wasn't he, as a singer? I know he's like famous around the world for being an actor, but as a singer he was really big in Germany. Ken Morley, he was removed for using offensive and naughty language shortly after entering the house. I don't know who Ken Morley is. Who's Ken Morley? Tila Tequila, that's the one I was thinking of. The reality star was ejected one day into the series after producers discovered her past social media a media post expressing very controversial sentiments. So that's one of the few things that actually, yeah, got kicked out for that. So something she hadn't actually done in the house. Christopher Biggins, 2016, he was removed following comments deemed offensive towards... Okay, so it's like he said some naughty things and he told a joke. He got kicked out for telling a joke. So basically probably two jokes. Bearing in mind he's an entertainer, and I think one of the jokes was probably something that he would have almost... So let's say he was a comedian. Was Christopher Biggins a comedian? Is he a comedian? He's still around. Okay, so he has had... Yeah. He was chosen by the public to take part in the first secret mission. He was removed from the house on day 9. The show's producers stated that Biggins had made a number of comments capable of causing great offence to housemates and the viewing public. with regard to. Okay. Oh, okay, fair enough. Just seeing what he said. I'm not going to read it out, but like, wow, yeah. If he did actually say that, then fair enough. That was a bit. But then it's nothing compared to what Helen used to come out with. That's the thing. It's a different Helen from the other. There's two different Helens that won it. One had dark hair, one didn't have dark hair. Rodrigo Alves, known as the Human Ken doll. Oh yeah. God, he had for the most plastic surgery in the world at one time, didn't he? I thought he was. Oh, he's now a girl. He's now female. Sorry, Jessica Alves. I thought he was. I thought he'd passed. Huh. Human Ken doll, but now it's now Jessica Alves. Not. Oh, it was now. It used to be Rodrigo Alves. But now it's, unless it's his sister, I'm not sure, or his wife. Rodrigo Alves, known as a Human Ken doll, was ejected after using naughty language, exhibiting inappropriate behaviour, including an incident where he showed a part of his anatomy to a fellow housemate. In the United States, Anthony Scaramucci, or Musi, 2019, the former White House communications director left the house after 6 days, revealing he was a fake house guest planted by producers as part of a twist. Well, that's not really his fault, is it? Oh, he got kicked out because he told. Is it because he told the other housemates that he was a fake one? Maybe. Oh, maybe he was supposed to stay in there the whole time. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's way more than this have been kicked out. Give me more. Give me full list of UK ones kicked out. Because there's more than that. There's many more than that. I can even think of off the top of my head. Here's a comprehensive list. Mickey Rourke, Rodrigo Alves, Christopher Biggins, Tila Tequila, Ken Morley. That's a real name. I was looking forward to getting to know her. Jeremy Jackson. If you're interested in more, yes, I am. It's like, blimey. I didn't like, yeah, I didn't say, can you please give me the same ones again? Full list of UK celebrity Big Brother ejections. So it's just giving me Tila Tequila again. Really? It's just going for the same stuff. And it stopped at number 3. Carry on. Carry on. I'm going to put it. Oh no, it is. She never appeared on air in the final edit. So they just basically completely took her out of the show. But then I don't think she'd even made her bed before they kicked her out. So it's only got the 6, including the ones I've already said. If you'd like a visual timeline, I'd like all of the ones named, as there were many more. And it's going to search. I probably can't say, oh, actually, you're right, there were. Unless that's it, really, that was all there was. Only six celebrities. Right, I'm going to move away from ChatGPT. How many celebrities kicked out CBB UK. CBB stars were kicked out off early from Roxanne. See, there was way more. So here's have a look. Roxanne, she was kicked off because she kind of made an accusation. Was she kicked off or did she get kicked out? Let's have a look. Most contentious exits in the show's history. Best known for her role as Emma Dale, accused fellow whatever. The claim sparked outrage. The footage showed Ryan's playfully tapping her during a jovial exchange. As a kind of following a peer reflection, the former Emma Dale confessed to fabricating the accusation and expressed regret for her behaviour. She apologised to Ryan in the public for her actions, but the change, her exit from the house came soon. Oh, brilliant! An advert's just come up. Oh dear. And right, so she didn't get kicked out, I don't think. Christopher Biggins, Jeremy Jackson, yeah, already seen that. Ken Morley from Coronation Street. Oh, yeah, he was funny though. So Tila Tequila. I was looking forward to getting to know her. I can't believe that's 10 years ago. Well, according to this, that was all there was as well. I'm pretty sure there was more. I'm so sure there was more. Maybe it's just such a long time period that they can't remember. So the music's turned up a little bit now, so I'm gonna bring this to an end. So that was the Trivia Tuesday. I really hope it's the nominations or not eviction night tonight, because I look forward to that. That'd be good. It will be groovy, seriously, very much. And apologies again if there's the music downstairs is too much and I can't do the full 6 different versions of the recording, but we'll see how it works out. So I'm gonna go, and tomorrow is Whisper Wednesday. Da 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 da. I'll have to record that very early in the morning before anyone else is awake, because it's just impossible to do a whisper recording when there's activity. So take care. Remember to be kind to yourself, because you do deserve to be happy, and be gentle with yourself. You deserve to feel safe. Lots of love. Bye.